Hello, I'm Afton Schneider, Director of Communications and Public Engagement for the City of Charlottesville. Welcome back to Inside Charlottesville, our monthly public affairs TV program. On this episode, we will hear from our City Manager, Sam Sanders, during his On the Spot segment. Joe Phillips, Deputy Chief of the Charlottesville Fire Department, will provide updates from his department. We'll hear from Steve Nick, Assistant Chief of Police, with some fun events coming up for the Charlottesville Police Department. Crystal Rittervold, Director of our Office of Sustainability, gives us some exciting news impacting her department. We will also hear from Avery Watkins, Deputy Director of Parks and Recreation, with summer updates you won't want to miss. Finally, we are happy to celebrate 30 years of our public, education, and government access TV channels. Station Manager David Dillahunt gives us a brief history of the city's PEG TV operation, a true resource for our community.
Hello, this is Sam Sanders, City Manager for Charlottesville. Welcome back to On the Spot. Last week, the Biden-Harris administration announced the recipients of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's 2023 Clean School Bus Program rebate competition. It was funded by President Biden's Investing in America agenda. The rebates will help selectees purchase 116 clean school buses in 18 school districts across Virginia. I'm happy to say that Charlottesville City Public Schools has been selected to receive $420,000 in rebate funding to purchase 2 clean school buses. You'll hear more about this later in this episode from our Director of Sustainability, Crystal Rittervold. Thank you to all who provided feedback on the city's new external newsletter that will launch this summer. We received over 250 responses, and we will incorporate your feedback, and we definitely appreciate your participating. The long-awaited date for the Belmont Bridge construction completion is near. Join us for a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Friday, June 28th at 11 a.m. More details to come on our social media platforms, and we do hope you are following us. Speaking of ribbon cuttings, we have more exciting news to share. The Blue Ridge Area Food Bank has started tear down of the existing cooler unit and construction of a new unit that is scheduled to begin shortly. Don't worry, the old cooler unit is being donated to a local food pantry that has great need for it, further extending the beneficial impacts of this project. The new larger and more energy-efficient commercial cooler will expand the amount of fresh produce that the Charlottesville Distribution Center can deliver to their partner food banks, pantries, and other community organizations. Be on the lookout for more information about this unique ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new cooler. Thanks again. I'll be back on the spot next month.
The Office of Sustainability is tasked with implementing and pursuing various commitments and goals that City Council has established. And one of those is a very, very progressive climate goal for 45% reduction by 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2050. In order to do that work, we need to be looking at opportunities in every sector that uses fossil fuels and has carbon dioxide emitting emissions. We've spent a lot of time focusing on our built environment, so buildings and energy efficiency and talking about renewable energy. But one of the sectors that's really, really important is transportation. And so within the city's control, we have public transit, which is undergoing the study of alternate fuels, and we have some plans to pursue both electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell. But the other big sector is pupil transportation. So we have about 40 school buses that are diesel school buses, and those are one of the fossil fuel-based transportation systems. And if we can convert those to electric vehicles, we will not only reduce emissions, but we will also reduce air pollution, because diesel vehicles produce quite a bit of air pollution. So beneficiaries are obviously our students, our community members. It's nice to achieve multiple goals. This particular grant will be the first set of buses that we are looking to eliminate 2 diesel buses and then bring on these 2 electric buses. And the rebate basically supplements what we typically fund budget for a school bus. And one of them is also approved for funding to have the wheelchair lift, so that we are looking at right away integrating that feature into the school bus fleet.
Hello everyone, I'm Assistant Chief Steve Nick with the Charlottesville Police Department. Here today to talk a little bit about our law enforcement torch run. It's something that's extremely important, not only to our agency, the Charlottesville Police Department, but really law enforcement agencies from across the world. What makes it even more important is this month, the beginning of June, actually kicks off our torch run season across the state, in which Charlottesville has been a part of for many years. It's a subsidiary of Special Olympics Virginia, of Special Olympics International, really, and it allows us an opportunity to really do some amazing stuff to not only do some fundraising for our athletes, both locally and here with the state, but really push the importance of inclusion. For a lot of these athletes, they don't have the opportunities to participate in the different sporting events and just really other social functions that a lot of us may take for granted. So for us, as officers here with Charlottesville and really across the state, it's given us an opportunity to really champion for these individuals, for our community members that really thrive and enjoy the opportunity to participate in sports and different events. The fundraising also helps us with ensuring that they can get the proper medical, dental, and vision coverage that they sometimes struggle with. So that's why we're really excited to have our run, to be able to run for our athletes, do a little bit of fundraising, and then we'll continue. We'll later on in the week after we do our torch run, we go down to Richmond. We help out with the final mile and with the actual Virginia Special Olympics State Summer Games, to where we can go down there, we can help the athletes out with the events, we can cheer them on, we can do medal presentations, and something else fun that we just started about 2 years ago is when I reach my fundraising goal, let the athletes push me in the pool while I'm in uniform at the conclusion of the aquatics event. So should be a great time. Looking really forward to being a part of everything that the law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics does.
Hello, I'm Joe Phillips, Deputy Chief of Community Risk Reduction and Fire Marshal for the City of Charlottesville. The Fire Department is eager to announce our Community Connect reminder that there's a QR code that allows you to put your information as a resident or commercial building in, so that as responding units come, they'll have more information on your business or your home. These things can be the contact information, so that if you're not home during an emergency, we can contact you. And also it can be key codes, or if there's some special needs in your home, like you have pets or you have family members that may need additional assistance. These are all things that the fire department would want to know prior to getting to your house in an emergency. Charlottesville Fire Department is pleased to announce that we have 16 new recruits that have joined CFD, 2 of which are already trained firefighters and will be joining the shift next week. The others are joining their EMT classes and will be learning about emergency medical response before they learn about firefighting. Our next great announcement will be the Girls Camp. Girls Camp is a 3-day camp that will occur in late June, where middle school and high school students participate in things to learn about firefighting, the fire service, and how to serve in public safety. This allows females the chance to learn more about the Charlottesville Fire Department and the services we provide, hoping to increase our numbers of females that want to join the fire service. Charlottesville Fire Department is teaming with the Charlottesville Police Department and mental health partners to start the Anchor Team. Beginning July 1st, we'll have a co-responder mental health response team that will be responding to mental health emergencies in our community and assisting local law enforcement and first responders with mental health emergencies. These are all new and exciting times for CFD, and we're pleased to bring them to you each month.
Hello everybody, my name is Avery Watkins. I'm the Deputy Director of Parks and Recreation, and I have a great honor of serving the City of Charlottesville within that capacity. I'm here to tell you about some of the amazing offerings we have this summer through the Department of Recreation. Firstly, within the aquatics department, Washington Park Pool and also Honesty Pool will be open 7 days a week starting Monday, June 10th. The pool is open and welcome to all. We have some great aquatic features there. We are still hiring lifeguards, so if you know anybody interested, please do not hesitate to have them reach out to our aquatics department. Moving on to our adaptive division, we have some great summer camps upcoming, trips, and also things for seniors. So if you know somebody that falls within the adaptive realm, please do not hesitate to reach out to our adaptive department for some of the great offerings that we have throughout the summer season. Moving on to camps and classes, we have some great camps, great classes scheduled this summer. Our adventure camp, which is in July, is set to take field trips every single day. Our regular day camp also has some great instructors and some great camp counselors coming back this year to make sure your kids are in a safe, enjoyable space with other peers around the same age as them. When we look at our athletics department, we have some great drop-in kickball programs coming through, and we also have a drop-in pickleball program at the Key Recreation Center. Circling back to aquatics, if you're not into the pool and you're more of a spray ground person, we do have 4 spray grounds that are open to the community throughout the entire summer from 11 to 8. So if you want to go in there and splash around and you're not too big on focusing on the pool, we also have a spray ground. We have some great specialty events this summer, like Sunday Sundowns and also Sounds of Summer. To find out more information about those events, please do not hesitate to go to our website. On our website, you will also find all of our offerings and more that we're offering with Parks and Recreation. At any point in time, if you have any additional questions on Parks and Recreation, don't hesitate to stop into one of our friendly community recreation centers to ask them for help, or just Google and search us online. We'll be more than welcome to help you out and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
My name is Misty Graves. I work at the City of Charlottesville Department of Human Services, and I'm the director. I started here in 2006 as a summer employee working with teenagers. My favorite part in working for the city is the fact that there's so much variety in what we get to do day to day. Our department is really diverse, with a lot of diverse talent and interests and skills and capacity. And so every day that I come to work, I'm just excited to be able to see who's here in the office today, who I'm going to connect with, and what sort of projects they're working on and how I can best support them. I think what makes the Human Services Department unique is that we have such a wide array of programs and services, ranging from specific after-school programming and internships and mentoring programs for youth to foster care and recruiting new potential foster families and supporting kids who are in child welfare systems. We also work with juvenile justice, and we also work with connecting resources to families and doing housing navigation and financial supports to folks in need. So I think one of the cool things about the Department of Human Services is that we can change and adapt and kind of go with where the needs are. And it's not just a one-size-fits-all. It can be very adaptable and flexible and responsive. What I love most about Charlottesville as a community is the landscape here. I spend a lot of time outside. I like the community work that we do. I know it's part of our work, but it's also just getting to know the detailed fabric that makes up Charlottesville. As a director, I'm able to work with all types of people in different realms, focusing on juvenile justice or reentry or homelessness, youth development, schools, and connections in the community. So I just really love the fact that there is so many resources and so many resilient people here that can work together. One thing that most people don't know about me right off is that I'm a child of deaf adults, so I'm a CODA and I speak fluent American Sign Language, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. Outside of work, I really like to spend time with my family. I know that sounds cliche, but we have this, our magical favorite place is going out in the woods and camping in primitive cabins, so no cell phone, no water, no electricity, and just kind of spending a lot of time just connecting in the moment there. So we do that quite frequently when we can.
In 1963, Robert Allen Monroe formed the Jefferson Cable Corporation, introducing cable television to Central Virginia. In January of 1970, Jefferson Cable launched 2 channels, Cablevision Channel 10 and WJCC Channel 11, the first local television channels in Charlottesville. Cablevision 10 was television for the community, by the community, and countless local programs were produced over the next 2 decades by numerous hard-working members of our community before production ceased in 1990. In 1993, Adelphia Cable launched the trio of PEG TV channels that have been in continuous operation ever since: Charlottesville TV 10, CPA-TV Channel 13, and Education Channel 14. Production resumed at the original studio facility on West Main Street throughout the 90s, but continued growth led to the opening of a much larger facility at K-Tech in 2000. Over the next 15 years, more than 200 residents and nearly 100 students produced over 3,000 hours of local programming. 2019 saw the launch of the Charlottesville Community Media Center, serving as a local resource for multimedia training and production and the home of CPA-TV. With 5 decades of history and more than 30 years of continuous service to our community, we are here for you. Our purpose is clear: to promote free expression by offering production resources to area residents and to provide distribution on cable and on the web. The power of programming is in your hands, and we can't wait to see what you produce. From Cablevision to Charlottesville Public Access, we are your community television channels. Thank you for watching CPA-TV.
CPA-TV serves the citizens of Charlottesville and surrounding counties by promoting the use of local multimedia channels and encouraging residents to produce original, thought-provoking, non-commercial programming. If you're interested in becoming a member and sharing your message, please visit cvillemedia.org. Well, that's all for now. I'm Afton Schneider. I hope you enjoyed hearing from our city employees with important updates that impact you, our community members. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again next month.